Hello, first graders. Welcome to a new social study lesson. Please get your book, Our Place in the World, ready, and let's start. Today, we're going to start a new chapter, chapter 5, learning about people and money. In this chapter, we'll learn about goods and service, trading with others, jobs people do, work then and now, and wants and needs. We're going to learn the difference between the wants and need. And at the end of the chapter, we're going to answer this activity, as we always say, answer, explore words. So these are the words that we cover for this subject, for this topic. And let's see the definition for each word, and then we start our lesson. So this is chapter 5, continent words. We have consumer. It's someone who buys and uses goods or services. Equipment, supplies or tools needed for a special purpose. Goods, things that people make, buy, and sell. Producer, someone who makes or grows things to sell. Scarcity, when there is not enough of something. Needs, things a person must have to live. Services, work people do for someone else. Trade, the activity or process of buying, selling, or exchanging goods and service. And then volunteer, a person who works without pay to help other people. And last, wants, things a person would like to have, but it does not need to live. So something that you would like to have, but it's not very important for you, or you don't need it right away. Okay, so these are the words: consumer, and this is the definition. Equipment, goods, producer, scarcity, needs, things a person must have to live, and then we have services, trade, volunteer, and wants. These are the words that we will use to answer our activity on page 204, 205 at the end of our chapter. Put in mind also, each word we're gonna have it in a different class, different lessons with definitions and more examples. So you can always come to the beginning of the video or go back to your lesson to find the definition for this word. So we have consumer, equipment, goods, needs, producer, scarcity, services, trade, volunteer, and wants. All right. So let's start. So this chapter, as we say, talking about people and money, you'll be learning about trading and what it means to make money. You'll also learn about the differences between wants and needs, and you will learn about what work then and now. So let's see what we have in this chapter. You will learn why goods and services are important in our community. So let's see. Goods and services. Goods are different things that people make and use. We can buy and sell any goods we choose. Services are jobs or work one person does for another. We can buy or sell services to each other. So goods, it's a different things that people either make, like you cook, you make, you make a chair, you paint a picture and you sell it, or services that jobs done for you, but you pay for it. Like when you go to the salon, cut your hair, or when you go to the doctor and the doctor provides you with the service. So this poem is about goods and services. And words can we use for goods is things. And also we know that people buy and sell. So we're going to see the service that sometimes you pay for the service, or you pay that something you didn't have in your hand, or you pay for goods that you bought and you have it in your hand. Okay, so let's see what we have. Turn the page 208 and let's see goods and services. Goods, smartphone, oranges, baseball glove. So this is goods that you go, pay money and buy it and have it with you when you leave. Services, dentist, teacher, server. So when you go to a restaurant, you pay for the food and the server serves you the food. When you go to school, teacher teaches you information and knowledge. When you go to the dentist make you feel better and clean and take care of your teeth. So that's service, but you still pay for it. And goods, that's the products that you go to the store and you buy it and you take it wrapped and leave the store with. So look at the title. What do you think this chart will show? This chart show me goods and services. So show me difference. Circle 2 pictures of goods. So we have smartphone or oranges or baseball. So you need to circle 2. Underline pictures of services. So we can underline the dentist or the teacher or the server in a restaurant. Okay. Let's see what activity we have. Page 210. Key details. We agree that details is more information and knowledge about the main topic. So I know the main topic, it's good and services. So let's see what we have here. We have goods and we have services. So we need to list what goods do we have from our text and what services do we have. So let's write down. I know goods, I saw smartphone or shirt, any goods you buy, or clothes. This is all goods you buy. Can also have milk, baseball gloves. So I put more example. All right, let's go for service. In our text, we saw the dentist and we had the teacher. And then we saw the server in the restaurant. Okay, so that's the difference between goods and services. All right, let's see what we have next. Next page, we have to write information in the graphic organizer. So this graphic organized show me all the goods and the service. So goods, things that people, as we covered in a previous page, goods, things that people make and use, and services is work that people do to help others. And then we have an example of goods, bread, and the services, baker. We're gonna read our text and get more ideas for goods and services. So let's go. And read together. What are goods and services? All right, goods and services. Goods are things. The clothes we wear are goods. The foods we eat are goods. The books we read are goods. They are all things that people buy and sell. People make some goods. They grow other goods. Bread is a good that people make. Wheat is a good that people grow. People use money to buy goods. So the bread is good that baker made, and the wheat is good that the farmer grow, so we can take and grind it and make it to a flour that the baker can use to make bread. The things you buy at the stores are goods. And you have an example, you're buying bread, that's goods. People also use money to pay for services. A service is a work a person does that helps others. Mail carriers provide a service. A mail carrier delivers letters and packages. Bus drivers provide a service. A bus driver drives you from place to place. Delivering mail and driving a bus are services, but we still pay for. The bus driver provides a service to you. So now we have the difference, that goods that you go and buy at the store or order it online and you pay for it, and services such as bus driver or delivery that they deliver your mail, the mail carrier. All right. Growing our food. People who grow or make things to sell are called producer. So producers are people who grow things or make things. So the farmers are producers. There are many kinds of farms in the United States. Some farmers grow grains, fruits, and vegetables. Some farmers raise animals for meat or milk. Farmers produce much of the food that we buy and eat. So as we see here, these cows live on a dairy farm. So farmers are producers because they grow vegetables, fruits, or grains that we use. Also, there are other farmers that raise animals so we can get milk and meat, and then other places that make milk to cheese and we can buy. Over here, we see vegetables grow on this farm and corn grows on this farm. So different farms were different crops. Some farms in the United States are very big. Some are small. Some farmers sell the food they produce to stores. Some farmers sell what they grow at farmers markets. So if it's a small farm that give me not much to sell it to a big factory or big stores, the farmers have a stand that they show their crops and vegetables, fruits, whatever they plant, and sell it in the farmer markets. And some farmers have big farms that they produce lots of products, lots of vegetables, lots of fruits that need to be sold to big stores. Shoppers use money to pay for the food. When you go to supermarkets, you pay for the vegetables or the fruits that you buy. Farm to table. Have you ever had a crunchy apple or a glass of apple juice? Apples and apple juice are goods. But how do apples and apple juice get to your table? First, farmer workers pick apples from trees. So first, farmer workers pick apples from trees. Then they put the apples into trucks. The drivers take some of the apples to stores. And as we see here, apples grows on trees. All right. People can buy apples at the store or at the farmer stand or farmer markets. And juice is sold in small stores and large stores. So other trucks drivers take apples to a factory. A factory is a building where something is made. Factory workers press the apples with big machines to get the juice. Truck drivers take the apple juice to the grocery stores. Grocery stores sell the apple juice. So you can have the apple as it is, just shipped or delivered from the farmers or from the farms to the store, that they just pack it and deliver it through trucks, or the apples will go to a factory that these factories will press the apples and make apple juice. And then you can still go and buy the juice. We use goods and services. We use many different goods and services every day. Think about what you are wearing. The clothes you have on are goods. A person made your clothes. Another person sold them in a store. Selling clothes is a service. So this person is selling clothes. As you see, she's putting the tag and the price for the clothes. So she's selling clothes. So she's providing you with the service. She did not make the clothes, but she's selling it. Over here, these people are buying clothes. That's you. When you go buy the clothes, you pay the money. All right, let's see what we have. Do you like to ride bikes? A bike has a lot of parts. It has a seat. It has wheels, Bikes and bike parts are goods. Making the bike parts is producing. Selling the bike is a service. Lots of people provide goods and service so you can ride a bike. People who produce things have skills to do their jobs. They know how to make a shirt or a part. People who provide service also have skills. They know how to sell a bike. They know how to work in a store. So as we see, goods like this bike are sold in a store. Over here, he's building a bike. So he's providing, he produced something. So he's making the bike. And then you go to the store, he provides you with the service, answer questions, show you around which bike is good for you, and then he sells the bike for you. So as we see here, produce, that's when people make things, and then selling, this is when you go, service, this is when you provide service, people provide you with service. Okay, so let's go to our activity. Page 211, and answer what we have, goods and services. So now we know the definition. We need to write down what goods mean and what services mean. So this is when we say the definition. So let's see what we have here. Okay, goods, things that people make and use. Very good. So let's write down goods, things that people make and use. So let's write here down. Make and use. So the definition of goods, things that people make and use. All right. Services, work that people do to help others. Do to help others. And we have lots of examples, say dentist, teacher, server in a restaurant, bus driver, mail carrier, lots of services. We have the bread, and who provide the bread, these goods? The baker. So the bread is a good, the service comes from the baker. All right, we need to add more goods and where the service that come from. So let's say if we talked about fruits and vegetables, so we can say fruits and vegetables. Where you think provide the service? Could be the farmer, very good. So farmer, truck drivers, because they deliver and carry the fruits and the vegetables from the farm to the factory or to the store. And then we have the grocer, the place that, or the store that you go and buy from. Okay. Now we have more goods to put and what service or which part that provide the service. For example, if we talk about goods such as shirt, when you buy a new shirt, or toy, or shoes. So this is all goods. You go and buy it. And example of service, workers, or store clerk, or cashier. All right, so this is all goods and this is all services. So you can always pause, take your time to put down your information. Okay. Let's go for next activity in your book, page 212. So write about what are goods and service. So that means what's the definition for goods and what's the definition for service. As you see how important, this is the third time we answer this question in a different way. You need to really pay attention and know the difference between goods and services. So goods are things that people make and use. Things that people make and use. So this is goods. What's a service? Services are jobs or work that one person does for another. So it's jobs or work that one person does for another. And we have different examples like the baker, the dentist, the teacher, the doctor, the librarian. All this provides us with services. Okay, name one good and name one service and tell how they are different. So the goods could be one of the goods that we have, and service is like we say the service. For example, we can say when you go to the store and buy, so let's say goods such as, and you can put anything that you buy, say book or pencils. So this is goods you buy from the store. And then services, we can say bus driver. Oops. Bus driver or mail carrier that deliver and carry the mail for you. Okay. Let's go for page 213. Which goods and services are important in your community? Write an advertisement for one. Tell whether it's for a good or for a service. So you can say, for example, a car wash, a new car wash open in your community. So you need to write an advertisement for this. So you can say a car wash just open, wash your car, and you can put the price you like, or you can advertise that this car wash open longer hours or 7 days a week, or that wash small cars and big cars, anything that you like. So this is a service. If you want to advertise about good, you can say, for example, a supermarket have a special offer in cookies or in any product, milk or yogurt, and you advertise for this. So that's called advertising, like give information about the products that you want people to know about. So this product can be goods that you go and buy, or service that provides help to people. Okay, so that was it for our lesson for today. We learned about the difference between goods and services, and we learned that goods, that different things that people make and use, and service, that job or work that person does for another. All right, that's it for today's lesson, first graders. Thank you. Hello, first graders. Welcome to a new social study lesson. Please get your book, Our Place in the Board, and we are still in chapter 5, lesson 2. This lesson, we're going to learn about how and why do people trade. So when we say trade, it's like when you give something for something else, to trade it with something. So you can trade other goods and service, or you can trade goods and service with money. So when you go buy something, you buy the goods and you give the money, you buy the products, you go to the supermarket, you buy the milk and you give the money. And also sometimes we use trading among each other. As you look at this picture, for example, you see that these 2 children are trading fruits. So We do that sometimes on our lunch break. We trade something like, oh, you have an apple, I'll trade you with orange, or you trade books, or you trade toys like cars. Oh, you have too many red cars, I have only one, but I have more yellow, would you like to trade? So each kids or each child getting something for giving something else. So you give something and you get something else. And of course, when you trade something you like. So you don't mind to give what you have because you're getting something else from on the other side. All right, so let's see what we have. Trade and money. Book, page 216. Trade and money. Have you ever traded something? Maybe you gave your friend a book, then your friend gave you one of his or her books. You trade when you give something to get something else. So remember, you're not selling, you're trading. So you get and you give. People trade to get what they want or need. One group of people might have a lot of food. Another group might have many tools. So the groups can trade foods and tools to get what they need. Today, most people use money to get things. Money is either coins or paper bills. Money makes trading easy. People work to get money. They use the money to buy goods. So that's when we say, when you give money to get something, or when we trade with each other. Okay. At the title and the pictures, what do you think this text will be about? Trade and money. You trading and you purchasing or using money. Circle words that you don't know. So any word you think it's new, you can circle it. Underline clues that tell you what trade is. Trade, when you give something to get something else. So that's what's said, when you get something to get something else. So this is the part that you need to underline. That's the clues. And then the other clues says what money is. So I know that money is coins or paper bill. This is the second clue that you need to underline. Okay. If you look at the picture here, people use money to buy things. So the customer here paying money and buying a cup and bag that has a food and the cup that it has coffee. Right? So let's go for next page and see what we have here. All right. Ask and answer questions. When you learn something new, it's good to ask yourself question and answer, and that will explain and help you to understand the topic and the main idea. So over here, the graphic organizer, we have question and we're going to answer this question. And that's evidence and show that we understand what are we reading about. Question, how do people get what they want or need? So how they do that? We know that people trade, like when we saw the friends that trade the snacks or the fruits in their snack time, and when people use money to buy goods. So we're gonna write this down. So we know that people trade. Through trading, people get what they want. So people can trade. And also, we know that people use money to buy goods. Like the example we saw, the man was buying coffee and food in a bag. All right. Now we have question and answers. We're gonna read the information we have in our graphic organizer, and then we're gonna go to our companion, read the passage and the text that will help us to answer these questions. So the question is, how do we get goods? We have three answers. Part of it it's hidden, and the rest of the information we have. So the answer would be we blank goods for people in other places. Then we have we blank or goods from others. And then we have we use to take goods from one place to another. So we need to find the answer for this question. All right. So let's go to our book and read. All right. How and why do people trade? At the bank, people trade to get things they need. Most people get what they need with money. They trade the money for goods and service. That's when you go pay the money for something you purchase or for service that you need. A bank is a place that holds people's money. The money is safe there. People can get their money anytime. They can also save money to buy something or to plan for the future. Most communities have banks. Bank tellers work at the bank. They provide service to people. So the teller in a bank, this is the person when you go and get your check or get your money or pay bills. So they provide service to you. And as we see here, important papers or items are kept in special drawers in a bank. American money. So we covered this part in math, but it's good to get back this information. And remember, a penny is 1 cent, a nickel is 5 cents, a dime is 10 cents. Then we have a quarter, 25 cents, half a dollar, 50 cents. We know also that we have paper dollar bill. So let's see primary source. People use money like this long ago. This coins is from 1835. So this is the money that people use long ago. So this is half a dollar or half a cent. All right, so let's see what's next. So now we know that people trade to get things they need, and nowadays we use money. All right, around the world. So we're going to see money from different parts of the world. People use money all over the world. Money looks different in each country. Money has different value around the world too. A US dollar and an Australian dollar are not the same amount of money, although they're both called dollar, but that's Australian dollar and that's American dollar. So this is where the world is. We know some places we have Mexico, England, Turkey, India, Australia, and China. All right. The Australian dollar shows Banjo Patterson, who wrote poems about Australia. So the picture of Australian dollar have Banjo Patterson, who wrote a poem about the country. Now this is a Chinese yuan. The Chinese yuan shows a different flowers. And then this is an Indian rupees, shows Gandhi, who worked to make India free. And then we have the Turkish lira, shows Mustafa Ataturk, Turkey's first president. And then we have the British pounds, have a picture of Queen Elizabeth II. And then we have the Mexican pesos, shows different heroes from Mexico's history. So as we see, different money, different colors, probably different size, and different art and picture that related to the country. So this is different money. All right, let's see by air, land, and sea. We can use money to buy many different goods in a store. But where do these things come from? How do we get them? Most goods in a store come from somewhere else. We can make and grow goods in many different places. People load the goods onto trucks. Trucks take the goods to stores across the United States so consumers can buy them. Consumer is a person who buys goods and service. So you and me are consumers. When you go buy from the stores, you are a consumer, you buy goods from the store. When you go to this barber store and cut your hair, you pay for the service. So you buy a service. Ships and planes take goods to consumer around the world because not everything grows in the same state or the same country. Some stuff you need to get it from a different place or manufactured in the same place. You need to get it from a different state or a different country. We can also send goods around the world. People load goods onto ships and planes. Ships and planes provide the service of taking goods to different countries. So that's why we have by air, land, and sea, that you can buy stuff from different parts of the world or sell stuff and ship it and send it by airplanes or land by trucks or ships on a sea, sail on a sea. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Go back to our book, page 219, and answer the question that we have. Question, how do we get goods? So we know that we can have different way. We know that we can trade or buy. We can ship using trucks and plane and ships. And then we also know that you can make it and grow. So let's write this down. All right. So the first question, the first answer, part of the answer, we have, we blank goods for people in other places. So we make or grow goods for people in other places. So we're gonna write make or grow goods for people in other places. All right. The second one, we trade or buy goods from others. So we trade or buy goods from others. And then the third thing, we use what we just read, trucks or ships and planes to take goods and move it from place to another. So we say we used trucks, ships, and planes to take goods from one place to another. So this was the answer for how do we get our goods or how do we get the stuff we need. We just say that either you make it or grow it in the place and for people in other places, or we trade and buy it, or we use trucks, ships, and planes to ship it from place to another, or you buy it from another place. All right, you know the rules. If you still need time, just pause the video, take your time to write your answer. Okay, let's go for next activity. Page 220 and 221. Okay, write about trade. So what's trade? We know trade is when you give something to get something else. Okay, so let's write this down. Trade is when you give something to get something else. And we know that you do that with your friends when you trade game cards or toys or snacks, or when you go to the store and give money and get something you need. All right. List something you would not have if people did not trade for goods and services. How did trade help you get it? So something that you don't, if you did not trade it, how we get it. So for example, you can talk about special toy or a special book. If you didn't trade it, if you didn't go and buy it, you won't be having it. All right. Let's go for page 221. Pretend you did a chore and earned money. Draw a picture of a good you would buy with the money you earn from working hard. Let's say mom said, well, if you clean up your room for an entire week, I will give you $5. So you get the $5. What would you like to buy with the money that you work hard and earn it? So draw something. It could be a book, a toy, crayons, or even a treat that you like to treat yourself with. All right. That's it for today's lesson, first graders. Today we learn about trading and how and why do people trade. All right, that's it for today. Thank you.